Evening, Yaz. Good to see you, mate. Very disappointing result, I suppose, given the way the game panned out. But yeah, it's. What's your thoughts, man?
I couldn't agree more. I mean, we started the game off well. First 5 or 10 minutes, we looked like we were to threaten, but then it looked very one-dimensional, that threat. It started to look very one-dimensional, that threat, to me. And then, Henderson should have scored and probably made it 1-0, and he didn't. I don't know what he was doing in that position. They've gone 1-0 up in the good side. The European champions. I'm not a Lukaku fan for what it's worth. I mean, today, regardless of whether they were down to 10 men or 11, Van Dijk had him firmly in his pocket. He's not they're a good side. There's no denying that. And they scored. Whether Havertz's header was meant or not is neither here nor there. But, we were poor in the first half. We were poor. I mean, we started the game well. They were quite happy answering any questions we had. Brought us on a little bit of a break, went and scored. And we were beginning to run out of ideas at the end of the first half. And then Reece James his handballed it. There was arguments on the TV whether it was and it wasn't, and blah, blah, blah. And typical. You had Hasselbank saying it wasn't intentional. And Redknapp was saying where his hands kind of flopped up in the air, so it must have been. But we scored, and you can't ask for a better platform. I mean, I'm celebrating the win, if you like, at half time. You've gone down to 10 men. They've gone down to 10. You've equalised. It's only a matter of time. But that second half seemed to go very quickly. Time went very quickly. They were at every opportunity slowing down the game, and they're entitled to do that. Don't hate the game. Because we would have done the same thing, and it was the onus was on us to break them down. And very worryingly, we could have been playing until about now, I think. And the way they got their system set up, we just didn't have any answers.
Yeah, I think okay. So for me, the way we started the game was really good. I liked the way we started. We went for them. I knew. Look, there was no support.
I hear what you're saying, but I am going to be very critical, because if we're going to win the league, or if we're going to be challenging for the league, it's a very, very pure, fine line. You're playing Chelsea. We're at home. We don't like them. The crowd's going to get up for the first 15 minutes. We're behind the team. The tempo's good. The atmosphere's good. And it's been the same kind of thing over the last 2 or 3 years. If you get that early goal against whoever, I've been at the Arsenal games when we won 4-1s and 5-2s and whatnot. And if you get the early goal, it's like a celebration of life. If you don't get the early goal, there's a problem. And that's what happened today. It's all well and good, the crowd and the sun shining. If you don't get that early goal, and we didn't, as you said, it started where there was a great feel factor about it. It looked like we were going to do what we should have done, and we didn't.
But
in the internet,
the way we played was good. I think what happened was, though, too many of those chances that we created, like Henderson not even getting the thing on target when he should have buried that. And I think there was another one where it almost ran to Salah and it just ran away from him. And, there was some moments, nearly moments, I'd call them. There wasn't any massive chances, but we were definitely the team on the front foot. They did what I said they were going to do. They were going to wait for a mistake, and they pounced. And yes, the goal, I think it was a good goal, to be honest. Sometimes you got to hold your hand up. Could we have done more from it? Yeah, Robertson could have done better. He could have put the guy under more pressure. He just let the guy have a free run at the ball. He didn't do anything. So, listen, we could have done better for the goal, but it was a good goal. It was a good header that went in. And, I think they could have had another one. There was a break where if Lukaku made the right pass,
Harvard's, I think Harvard's.
Yeah. That would have been 2-0 probably. So, listen, but that was about it from Chelsea. Chelsea didn't really offer much. And it's what I thought would happen in the game. I actually thought that was how it was going to be.
I don't think we need to talk about Chelsea not offering much. We didn't offer much either, because we're the home side. Okay, we've played arguably quite a strong side. I don't agree with the selection. If we start off with that argument, I spoke yesterday, and I don't think Tsimikas deserves to get dropped today. And in hindsight, after watching Robertson today, his corners, his crosses, I mean, not one of them was on the money. Not one of them.
He made one in the second half, which Salah almost got to. That was decent.
Arguably, he should have been closer to Havertz for the corner. He was ineffective. There's no arguing about that. I think he was ineffective. Tsimikas, 2 assists, 2 games, 2 clean sheets. Didn't deserve to get dropped. I thought Henderson was poor. Obviously, he had that chance. A few of his usual whipped crosses that he likes to do, not on the money. And I mean, I was watching the game, and we've had talked about players from last season's COP talk, and Mane was awful. I spoke yesterday.
He said he was going to ruin the Chelsea today.
I couldn't have got, and I couldn't have got it more wrong if I tried. I mean, he's got to stop thinking he's going to get a free kick for going down. They've stopped giving those free kicks, full stop. Last season, if a player touched you, and he actually wasn't getting them last season either.
No.
But he's still
Mane doesn't get a free kick even when he should get free kicks.
Nevertheless, they've stopped giving those slight contact free kicks. They've stopped giving them. And today, 3 or 4 times, he's looked for it, hasn't got it. Okay, but in the second half, we're playing against 10 men. And where's that bully, strong, powerful, fast, direct player from 2 seasons ago? Now I'm worried, because if he's not doing it against 10 men, that really worried me about Mane. I have to say, it really worried me about Mane today. I mean, we're getting back to the old had of, okay, if Jota or Mane or Salah don't score, we haven't got a goal in us. And
I think it's too early for you to say that.
It is early. It's early. Yeah, but nothing's changed, mate. It is early. But to me, it's a worrying sign.
Look, for me, today was a missed opportunity. 100%. We should have stuck our foot on Chelsea's throat and pressed it, because they were there for the taking. I think we started the second half really well again, but I think when it got to about 65, almost 70 minutes, the team ran out of ideas. Ran out of ideas. And it was just side to side, and it was very predictable. There wasn't any, there wasn't any pace in it. And I'm surprised he didn't bring in someone like Chamberlain or someone like that. I mean, look, we had a couple of good shots. Yeah, Minamino.
Minamino had a good pre-season. Minamino had a good pre-season, and I said the same thing. And you're saying to me, it is early, and you're right, but lines aren't good if you're being straight. Because we're playing against 10 men.
Yeah, but
and he's taken off. What's that? He's taken off Tsimikas. He's taken off Robertson and brought on Tsimikas against 10 men, or a Chamberlain on the bench. It's a dreadful substitution. And a dreadful result. It's 2 points. Listen, at the end of the season, between those top 4 sides, there's not going to be a lot in it.
No.
We're insisting on Mane, Salah, Firmino, Jota. Okay, Man United have gone and bought Ronaldo. He's going to be worth a few goals. Chelsea have gone with Lukaku. He's going to be worth a few goals. I think in those stakes, we're behind the rest. And in the end, it will tell. In the end, it will tell.
Yeah, maybe. Look, I think for us, I was encouraged with the intensity we played at. This is a very good Chelsea side. Very good Chelsea side. They're the champions of Europe. They're very hard to break down. It's not easy to play against. Playing against 10 men against Chelsea is not really the advantage you need, because it would have been better had they had 11 on the pitch, because then they might have tried to attack. They might have tried to attack, and it would have opened a bit more.
8-1.
Yeah. So for me, look, I'm disappointed we didn't win. 100%. That was such a missed opportunity. I mean, there was so many. I was on the edge. I was like, oh. It was like this. It was like so many chances, so many moments. It's just, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but hopefully he's going to bring someone in. He needs bring another attacker in. It's
more than I thought. We're still doing the same things from last. We're playing the same football from 2 or 3 seasons ago. Robertson, whip. Got Coutinho's out there. I don't know if Coutinho's the right man, but we need someone like him that's going to combine midfield to the forwards. Our goals come from out wide and touches, flicks, crosses, rebounds, deflections, etc. It's happened for the last 2 or 3 seasons. We started off the same way. I'm a bit concerned that he never used Minamino or Oxlade-Chamberlain, an offensive player today. Keita, it was poor. Concerned me a lot.
I was surprised at the lineup. I was surprised, but we said it yesterday when we were in the pre-match. We said, look, he normally has a way of putting Robertson, Firmino in these big games. I was actually surprised Elliott started, to be honest. But it shows me that he's going to use that kid this season. He's in the team. Now, he's going to be in. If he plays him in that game, that's it. You can expect to see Elliott.
I mean, and Elliott, young, brightly, he's not scared. There's nothing wrong with that.
And he had a good chance as well, man. Just a bit of composure. He could have buried a chance in the first half as well, It's disappointing, but I'm not despondent. I'm not despondent. We more than matched Chelsea. When it was 11v11, they were 1-0 up. But we were pushing the game. We were making the game. And under Tuchel, he's very similar to Mourinho, the way he manages. Very similar. He's like a modern-day Mourinho. He just sits back and waits for the other team to make the mistake. And he's got very quick, very aggressive players up front, and they're clinical. So they're going to be up there till the end of the season, 100%. But I was impressed by how we pushed them back. And, even when it was before they had the man sent off, they were doing most of the defending, not us. We were on top of them. Lukaku didn't really do hardly anything. Van Dijk bullied him. I think he did one thing where Matip sort of dived in and he turned him, and that's where he should have passed to Havertz, and he passed it the other way. And that was really the only time.
I'm not really. Look, I don't care about them. What I saw today was we're going to go into the rest of the season up to January with Mane, Salah, Firmino, Jota as 3 out of 4, and it's poor that we haven't improved on that. I think.
I'm with you. I would have loved to have seen us sign an attacking player. And look, we still may.
Mayo, let's see. You can go and beat Norwich. You can go and beat Burnley. You're entitled to. But when the money game's kind of game, and I don't like seeing performances like Mane's performance today. I mean, to me, if you had a replacement for that player today, bin him. I don't see what he did today. It was poor, embarrassingly poor. But look, at points in the season, he's got 2 or 3 weeks, 2 weeks until the next game. But I'd love to see someone come in. It's too late in the day. Who would you go and buy? That's going to be effective because there's been big names dropping into these other sides. And I worry now after today that I'm not seeing, we spoke about Mane getting a rest and looking like a different player and having the summer off and the rest of it. And today, Mane sees them fantastically because I don't see a player that wants to take players on or beat them. I mean, some of his passes were abysmal. Shocking.
Yeah, look, his touch was a bit off today, yes, but he was trying still. He runs all day, man. He was a bit,
Yeah, turn off.
Yeah, his touch was a little bit off, but he still is a threat. He makes the other team panic because he's so unpredictable, and it just didn't come off for him today. It wasn't his day. But look, I'm not going to judge him on this game. I've seen enough to know that he's more like the player he was a couple of seasons ago than the one he was last season. I've seen much more promising signs from him this season. So,
well, but when you're 1-1 at half time against 10 men, whoever you're playing, you have to find a way. And that's I believe that full stop. But you're playing against 10 men. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You have to find a way because that is deemed 2 points drop. You've had a whole 45 minutes. Rudiger on a yellow card with the keeper on a yellow card. You've got 45 minutes to score and win the game.
I agree. And we missed an opportunity today. 100%.
It's 2 points. Last season, Man City were mid-division and we were 9 or 10 points ahead of them and we weren't even thinking about them. And they go and lend the team winning run and we're dropping points left and didn't just catch us, they overtook us and went a mile ahead. And so every point, the league today has every point counts. There's no August games, September games, they don't matter games. It all counts. And today was a frustrating game.
Yeah,
and these are the type of games we lost points in last season, and that's what concerns me.
Well, we actually lost to Chelsea at Anfield last year.
Okay, but I'm saying these are the kind of games that we dropped points in last year. So that's what concerns me. The inability to win a game that we should win. We done it last season. We did it we've done it this season. Now that was a very much a last season kind of performance. And it's only one, but with the squad that we've got today, if it's not the first of a few, I really am not.
Well, I hope you're wrong. I think you're wrong in this instance. I don't. Yes, it's a missed opportunity. We've dropped 2 points. 100%. I agree with all of that. But I saw enough today to know that no team is going to enjoy playing Liverpool this season because we gave Chelsea a hard time. And when it became a battle, when there was a fight and the tackles are flying in, our players were brave. And I like that. I like the fact that they're brave.
I don't look. Trent, keeper, Van Dijk, Matip, Fabinho, I don't have an issue with. Salah, I don't have an issue with. I prefer Jota now to Firmino because I just think his ratio for scoring a goal is much higher than Firmino's. If you are going to put Firmino in that side, perhaps play him just behind him as a 10. Okay, but I'm bored of Mane now. I really am. I find him too ineffective too often. Henderson has been injury prone and I'm not really sure what he actually gives us anymore. I'd prefer someone like Thiago perhaps in the team. And we've just thrown a youngster in there. Robbo, another one that I think I said it. I really stuck my neck out last night and thought, leave him out. That statement of dropping a player that's kept 2 clean sheets and 2 assists in 2 games, and you walk straight back into the team, tells him that I'm the bollocks here, and I'll play if I'm fit. And for me, that's a bad statement. So there's some. Look, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think we're going to be. Man United have got fucking players coming out of everywhere. 2, 3 players in many different people. Rashford, Martial, Cavani, Ronaldo, Fernandes. It goes on and on. If one
but where they can't all play, can they? He's not going to play all of them.
No, but they've got a choice. If one don't play well, they can drop one. We don't have a choice. Man, I can play until he's 65 and he'll still play like this. There's no one to take his place.
You'll see. Look,
and
it's not the. We got till the 31st. There's always a chance we could do something. And if Firmino is injured now,
let me remind you that tomorrow's the 30th. Yeah.
Yep.
So we haven't got that long.
No, but look, there must have been things going on behind the scenes. We don't know what's happening. Look, if Firmino's injured, then he will need to bring someone in. So let's see. Let's see what happens. But yeah, disappointing. At half time, I was thinking, let's go and beat these now, 3 or 4-1. Put them in their place. They'll be well upset. They'll be complaining about the red card and the penalty. They can do all of that all day. I don't care. It was a definite handball, and the ball was going in from your favourite player, Mane, when he handballed it. Yeah, so
stuck a flaying leg out to it, and it just started. It's not.
It was going in the net. It was going in the net.
But
it was a goal. It was a goal that was stopped. So
we scored, and we scored the penalty. So it's fine.
And I like Salah. Salah showed great composure for that penalty because they were trying to put him off. Jorginho was walking up to him, saying things to him, and they were doing everything they could to put him off.
He's a nasty player, that Jorginho.
I don't like it.
Referees
diving all over the place. Did you see when he dived at that corner as though he got punched in the face? Yeah. No, it was Aspilicueta he went down like he was holding his head. No one touched him.
Yeah, no, they're
a dirty side, man.
They got a point, and it probably looks like a winter rather than
definitely.
Anyway, on to the next.
All right, mate. Listen,
take care.
We'll catch up soon. Yeah.